Hey everybody, good on Wednesday morning, top of the morning to you. Eddie Williams Solers coming to you. What time is it? 6:29 here as we get ready to do this morning post this morning. Top of the day to you. Hope everybody's doing okay. Why does he hate women so badly? What's up with all of that disdain for women? The morning post, everybody. Donald Trump has cheated on every woman that he's ever been married to. And he's paid for abortions along the way. Is it because he has never been able to sexually satisfy a woman? Is it because he feels inadequate for being such a big man with the rumored small penis? Why does he feel the need to denigrate women so badly? Lashing out at female reporters, telling them, "Be quiet, piggy," while sitting in the Oval Office in front of all her co-workers. A lot of men have small penises and are very loving toward women. What is his problem? Now that the outrage is coming in from everyone in the Trump orbit for Jon Ossoff bringing up Natalie Hart, the former lizard himself, Newt Gingrich, is beside himself at how low it was for Jon Ossoff to mention her in a campaign speech. When I worked at Georgia Blueprint back years ago, Newt Gingrich's wife that he had an affair on and who was dying of cancer would come into the shop and talk to me. And he was a pretty despicable human being for a man. So was that guy running for president, the guy from North Carolina. What was his name? Where his wife was dying with cancer and he was flying around with this other girl, having an affair with her, big-time lawyer. It all came out. He got kicked off the campaign. I mean, sleazy. A lot of sleazy people. Now that the outrage is coming in from everyone in the Trump orbit for Jon Ossoff bringing up Natalie Hart, the former lizard himself, Newt Gingrich, is beside himself at how low it was for Jon Ossoff to mention her in a campaign speech. Can y'all believe this shit? Outraged? Outrage. Seriously, outrage. And Scott Jennings, outraged. What Jon Ossoff did was simply expose the hypocrisy among the MAGA people. Natalie Hart is a pattern for Trump. It's a pattern Trump has always followed. Young, blonde, a thirst for money, and powerful men. Although she may be a little old for him at 35, he prefers them more like Melania when she was 19. Maybe even 16 if he's hanging out with his buddy, Jeffrey Epstein. One girl in the Epstein files accuses Donald Trump of raping her when she was only 13 years old. Now you know why they don't want those files released. He and Natalie escaped from Turkey riding together in the back of a catering truck, the President of the United States. Y'all don't reckon it was one of those times where he could just grab her by her pussy? Do you? And they just let you, he bragged. People on both sides know that he is just that sleazy. He even told us himself he was. Now the MAGA cohorts scream, "Oh, she's off limits. She's off limits." She's a public figure working in the White House of the United States for the presidents of the United States. Off limits? Spare me. Now they scream Jon Ossoff is hitting below the belt. Seriously? As if there is a below the belt for this crowd? I was at that campaign event Sunday where Jon made the reference. Everyone, thousands of people knew what he was simply saying. He was simply saying he is a sleazebag. Yes, at 80 and with a diaper, rumored, and more than likely with a non-functioning penis, he may not be able to sexually penetrate a woman anymore. But affairs are more about ego and about power over someone than it is about penetrating someone or sex in general. Most of them are just emotional. Besides, there is an old saying in the South, I may be too old to cut the mustard, but I'm not too old to lick the jar. He and Melania have had a shell of a marriage. Anyway, she could care less who he licks or who he has an affair with, as long as she got what she married him for: wealth, a certain lifestyle. It is obvious that she simply deplores him now. No, Natalie Harp is not off limits. With the Trump MAGA world, no one is off limits. Neither you, nor I, or anyone. Public takedowns are common now in America. I guess I get at least 3 or 4 a day. You probably have had your share also. I saw someone on Facebook yesterday trying to take down a former evangelical preacher online who's now more awakened and pulled away from a lot of that. No, she went on this long takedown of bringing up his past marriages and why he was no longer evangelical and yada, 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 and this and that. Thought she was being slick and cool. His response back to her was a slow, deeply educated, methodical, well-worded takedown. By the time he got through with her, one of her titties had exploded and her JJ had slid down and was resting up on one of her knees. I thought, good for him. Good for him. Takedowns. Get ready. I'll have a few to come after me over this post and try to take me down. What was that Obama used to do? You just learned to do that. Yeah. Outrage, please, y'all. Spare me. Outraged. Outrage. Seriously, MAGA, outrage. Scott Jennings. Newt Gingrich. Outrage. Oh, my God. Newt Gingrich. Outrage. What a sleaze bag that guy is. Always has been. Outrage. Spare me. Spare me. Good Wednesday morning, sweet people. Love y'all.